Hello, welcome to Balance with Kel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kelly and this is Marley. Thank you for choosing to practice with us today. If you haven't already, hop into something comfy, grab out your mat, and we'll get started shortly. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you would click the subscribe button. Let's get started. For today's class, we have a gentle flow yoga. I just invite you to take a nice comfortable seat. You might like to make your way into cross-legged, diamond-shaped, or legs out in front. Pop yourself up on a cushion or blanket or block, especially if those hips or hamstrings are really tight or the knees are up really high. We want to prop ourselves up. Sitting up with that nice tall spine, shoulders away from the ears. You might like to close the eyes or take a nice soft gentle gaze. And we're just going to take a few nice breaths here just to connect with that breath and center ourselves. You can take that 3-part breath, drawing our breath down to that lower belly first, rib cage, then collarbone. Back down from that collarbone, rib cage, lower belly. So take that nice breath into the belly first, rib cage moving up to the collarbone, and then back down from the collarbone, rib cage, lower belly. And if you would like to set an intention for your class, now is a really great time to do so. So you've repeated to yourself a few times. Take a nice deep breath in. And then let that breath go. Returning to a natural breathing rhythm, breathing in and out through our nose. We'll start with warming up the body. So drawing that chin to the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Feel that lengthening through the back of the neck, the tops of the shoulders, into that upper back. On that next inhale in, let's draw that right ear over that right shoulder. Feel the lengthening in that left side of the neck. Gently draw the chin to the chest as you exhale. And then on your next inhale, we draw that left ear over that left shoulder. Feeling that lengthening through the right side of the neck. Drawing that chin to the chest, your next exhale. Then we'll move through our few half neck circles, just moving with the breath. So we inhale, we draw that right ear over the right shoulder. As we exhale, we draw the chin to the chest. And on that next breath in, left ear over that left shoulder. So just move with your own breath, a few times each side. Next time that chin makes its way down to the chest, let's draw that head back to center. And then a few shoulder rolls. So draw the shoulders forward, up, back and down. And then reverse that direction. So the shoulders go back, up, forward and around. Release those shoulders down. Inhale, circle the arms up and around. Then let's twist to the right. So left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Just a gentle twist to start with. Inhale, draw those hands back to center and then to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Release that right hand down by the hip. Left arm falls over. Inhale, back to center, to the other side. Left hand down, right hand falls over. Draw our way back to center. Let's release those hands onto those knees, or maybe out in front as we fold forward. And fold as deep as feels comfortable for you. And then gently walk the hands back in. We're going to take tabletop pose. So you can stack those knees over underneath those hips, wrists, underneath those shoulders. Starting with wag the dog, so let's move those hips from left to right. Adding in hip circles if you would like. Next time those hips make their way to the right, circle around those knees. Reverse that direction. Making our way back to stillness into a cat-cow. So we're going to draw the tailbone up, drop the belly down, shoulder blades towards one another as that gaze goes up slightly. Tuck the tailbone under, arch through the spine, gaze to the thigh. So an inhale, lift that tailbone up, drop the belly down, shoulder blades towards one another, gaze goes up slightly. And then as we exhale, we tuck that tailbone under, arch the spine, belly button towards the spine as the gaze goes to the thigh. Just 2 more times. Making our way back to center. Step that right foot back onto those toes. Stretch through that calf muscle so you can draw that heel away. Gaze directly down towards the mat. Keep that length in the spine. From here, you can choose to lift that leg up. And we're going to step our way into a low lunge. So we're going to walk. You might like to walk that foot through if you like with the hand, framing that front foot. But that nice stretch in that back leg. So if it's not comfortable, you can move that back knee forward or back just to get that nice stretching sensation. Hands might stay down on the mat, make their way up onto the thigh, or draw our way all the way up. Gently releasing down. Make our way back to our half splits. Just want that nice micro bend in that knee. Maybe you make your way onto that heel, fold a little bit more over that torso. Release the weight back into that front foot and step back. Tabletop pose to the other side. We're stepping that left foot back. Draw that heel away. Gaze directly down towards the mat. Feel that stretch through the back of the leg. You can add in lifting that leg up. And they're going to make our way through to our low lunge. So that left foot in between the hands. With that back right knee, you might need to move that back knee forward or back to get that nice stretch through that psoas muscle, through that thigh. Hands might stay down on the mat. Maybe up on to the thigh Or maybe they make their way all the way up. Gently releasing down, making our way into our half split. So we walk those hips back so that right hip is over that right knee. And have that generous bend in that front knee. Or you can walk that foot forward onto that heel, holding that torso over the thigh. Release that foot to the mat. Make our way back. Tabletop pose. And draw those big toes to touch, knees together or apart for our child's pose. Sink the hips back towards the heels. Hands might be out the front as we lower that forehead down onto the earth, or hands might be by the feet. Your choice for your child's pose. So if the hands aren't already out in front, let's draw those hands out in front. If you wish to take down dog today, make our way back to our tabletop position. Really plant those knuckles into the mat. Tuck the toes. Make your way up to your down dog. Ears in between those biceps. You can choose to walk the dog here if you wish, lifting one heel up, lowering the other heel down. And then we change sides. Releasing those heels back into stillness. Take the gaze in between the hands. And from wherever you are, let's make our way up to the top of the mat. You can step or walk your way up, all the way up. Circle those arms up and around. We're going to fold forward. Maybe hands on the shins, by the ankles, or hands to opposite elbows. Crown of the head towards the earth. And rock side to side, if you'd like to add that in. Release those hands. Slowly roll our way back up. Moving our way into a sun salutation. So let's inhale, circle those arms up around, gaze to those hands as they meet in prayer, and then exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant those hands, step the right foot back. Left knee over that left ankle. You can lower that back knee down if you wish. Step back to down dog. Gently roll forward to plank. You can lower the knees if you wish. And then we're going to lower all the way down onto the mat. Inhale into a low cobra. And then exhale back to down dog, either through tabletop or plank. Step that right foot by the right thumb. Maybe lower the back knee down if you wish. And then the left foot meets the right. Circle arms up and around. Hands meet above in prayer. And then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, step that left foot back. You can choose to plant that back knee if you wish, having that right ankle underneath the right knee. And then step back, down dog. Roll your way forward to plank. Gently lower those knees. Lowering all the way down onto the mat. Inhale into that low cobra, shoulders down, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale back to down dog. Step that left foot by that left thumb. And then that right foot meets the left. Circle our arms up and around. Gaze to those hands. And then hands meet at heart center. Let's gently step back to a warrior two. So step that right foot back. At that back foot is 90 degrees. Toes can turn in just a little. We want a heel to arch or a heel to heel alignment here. That left knee is over that left ankle, torso stacked over the hips. Let's draw the arms up at shoulder height, gaze over those left fingertips. Reverse warrior, so flip that front palm, back hand down that back leg, front arm, up and over. So from reverse warrior here, we're going to straighten through that left knee, reach the left arm forward and up slightly, and then fold from that hip crease to our triangle pose. Drawing that right arm to the sky, or maybe onto the hip. Keeping that chest nice and open. Draw our way back up. Gently release the hands onto those hips. We're going to pivot through that left foot so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat. And then we're going to pivot that right foot so it faces the back of the mat. Now you want a heel to arch or heel to heel alignment. And that back foot, you may need to step forward or back to feel comfortable here. Bend through that right knee, torso open to the long edge of the mat, arms shoulder height. Gaze over those right fingertips. Reverse warrior, so flip that right hand, left hand down that left leg, right arm up and over. Back to warrior two. Straighten through that knee to our triangle pose. So make sure that torso is open to the long edge of the mat. Reach the right arm up a little and then fold. So you got your hand by the side, shin or ankle. Left arm to the sky, or maybe to the hip if it doesn't feel comfortable with that arm up towards the sky. Gaze might go up towards the hand or down towards the toes. Make our way back to warrior two. Release the hands onto the hips. Pivot through that right foot. So we want both feet parallel to the side edges of the mat and toes in alignment here. So you may need to step 1 foot forward or back a little. And then we're just going to fold halfway down. Draw the arms up at shoulder height. Release the right hand down to the thigh, shin or mat. Left arm to the sky. And then back center to the other side. So left hand, thigh, shin or mat. Right arm towards the sky. Make our way back to center. Release the hands onto those hips. Roll our way back up. Bring the weight into that front foot. You turn that toes to face the front of the mat. And then step the right to meet the left. We're just going to slowly and gently roll our way forward. Maybe bend through those knees to plant the hands onto the mat, step back, down dog. Gently release those knees down onto the mat, hips stepped over the knee. Draw the hands forward. Draw the forehead down towards the mat. Maybe that forehead reaches, maybe it doesn't, that's okay. You want that nice stretch through that spine, through the shoulders. Walk the hands back in. And then make your way into your seat. Draw those legs out nice and long. Ground through your sitting bones. I'm just going to start to fold forward. Get the nice stretch down the backs of those legs. Make our way back up and into butterfly pose. Soles of the feet to touch. Let those knees fall open. Maybe hands wrap around those ankles or the toes. You might choose to fold forward Rest the elbows into those legs. Hands might draw out in front if you wish to fold a bit deeper. Just taking a few breaths here. Gently make our way back up. Knees into touch, and then onto our backs. Starting with a bridge pose. Feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart, hands planting into the mat. Turn the core on and those glutes on as we inhale to lift our way up into our bridge pose. Hold here for 5 breaths. Gently release down. Draw that right ankle to the left thigh for our reclined pigeon pose. That right knee falls open. We've got that right ankle bone to the outside of the thigh. This might be enough for you. If you wish to go deeper, draw the hands around that left thigh. So the right hand will go in between the triangle we've made. And then that left knee can make its way towards the chest. You can draw that knee towards the chest. Flex through both feet. Gaze goes directly up to the ceiling. So we've got that chin tucked in just slightly. Gently release. For the other side. We've got that left ankle to the right thigh, knee falls open. And then you can choose if you wish to go deeper with the knee in towards the chest. Flex through those feet here. And just take a few deep breaths. If at any time it feels too deep, we just lower the 1 foot down. Gently release. Knees into the chest, recline child's pose. You can rock the knees side to side if you like, or add in some circles with those knees. And just make sure you circle in both directions if you're circling with those knees. And those knees make their way back into the chest this time. Let's take our recline twist. We're going to draw our knees and just let them fall over to the right. You might choose one hand on the thigh, one hand on the ribs. Maybe it's draw the arms out at shoulder height or cactus those arms. Gaze might go to the left. We want to keep both shoulder blades grounded here, so you may need to lift your knees up a little to keep both shoulder blades grounded. Let's make our way back to center. And then let those knees fall over to the other side. Again, the hands can rest wherever you feel comfortable, but just making sure both shoulder blades are grounded on the mat. And this time gaze might go to the left. Slowly make our way back to center, preparing for Shavasana. So draw those legs out nice and long. Feet might be hip width apart or as wide as the mat. Hands by the body, maybe palms turned up or turned down. You might choose to rest the hands, one on the belly, one on the chest. Close the eyes. Just take those few deep breaths here. If you started the class with an intention, I just invite you to repeat that now to yourself a few times. If you would like to take a longer Shavasana, I'll link one of my meditations below. Otherwise, we're going to start to make our way onto our side. Just roll gently onto your side, rest there for a moment. And then when you're ready, make your way into that comfortable seat. Just notice how you're feeling now. May you go with peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with me.